All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Inner Circle Live Pre-New York session. I'm your host for this morning's session, Benny Allen, and I'm definitely always happy and grateful for all of you being here with me this morning as we take a look at the technicals and the fundamentals to see what we can take advantage of in this Forex market. So without further ado, let's make sure we turn off any and all distractions, grab a pen and paper, take lots of notes, and let's make sure that we participate and engage. You all always do a great job of doing that. So right out the gate, if everybody can hear me loud and clear, we are ready to go. Drop me a 1 in the chat. Let me know you can hear me, and we can get this session on its way for Tuesday, October 24th, right? Which today is a lot of data coming out. So we will take a look at it. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And let's head on over to Tuesday, right? A lot of red folders because out of the Eurozone, we have a lot of PMI data coming out today. We can see if we click over, right? It's major news, right? So you see it on the front page of Trading Economics. Eurozone output contracts the most in nearly 3 years. So we put some notes on that inside the Discord. So make sure that you check it out and you can see, right, the entire Eurozone. We see Germany, which is the largest player in the Eurozone. And we can see some of the data coming out mixed, right? We've got some contraction. And so we're currently seeing a correction in that euro. We know it's been making a decent upward push to start the week, but now we are correcting. But that's just part of the natural ebbs and flows of this market, right? It's this data that creates the waves, and investors and traders, their reaction to this data. So we can see here that French flash PMI came through over, but the manufacturing PMI came through under. So some mixed data here, right? We can see the flash PMI for manufacturing for Germany came through slightly higher than forecast, but then we see flash services PMI came in at 48 on a projected at 50. So it's below that 50 target. So busy day in the Eurozone today with all the PMI data coming out. We've got Governor Bullock that spoke at 4 a.m. Not sure what that was about today. I have to get caught up on that, maybe put some notes in the Discord. Bullock is talking about monetary policy in Australia, so definitely want to check that out. So I have to do a follow-up on that. And then we've got PMI that came out for Germany, not Germany, but Great Britain as well. So came in right on target for services PMI, 45.2, slightly higher for the flash manufacturing PMI. So, and then we've got data coming out, right? We've got Lagarde speaking today. I had to find out what topic that is. And then that's the head of the ECB. And then at 9:45, we've got PMI data coming out for the United States. And then we've got CPI data coming out for Australia. So it is a busy day. So if you're day trading and things like that, just always be cautious and be aware that there's a lot of red folders, right? So we could see some volatility in the market. All right. And that's okay. We just have to be smart in regards to how we're trading, how we're placing trades, and how we're managing our trade. So any questions regarding the early morning fundamental data to start out the Tuesday? No? All right. Good morning to everybody that just joined us. Let me make sure you have control over your microphones. We should be all good. So yeah, it's a lot. And then Wednesday we got a lot. So it is a very, very busy week. I do believe in it. When we're talking about stocks, we've got more reports coming out in regards to earnings as well for some major companies. So busy. Let's see what we can get out of this week. So clicking over, taking a look at the DXY, right? We can see that it tailed off, right? We're starting to get a bit of a correction. And right now, today, right, we're starting to get a little bit of a bullish move. See if we can get it to move to retest that level. You can see it here more clearly, right? So we see a little bit of range that we were in. Price finally broke down. And now let's see if it's going to continue to see if it'll test this weekly level here. And if it'll actually get back above it, or if it's going to hold and maybe push lower. So we'll see. I know on Thursday, I know that's what a lot of, we've got PMI data that can impact it. But yep, Thursday, we've got GDP numbers coming out for the United States. And on top of that, unemployment claims. So crazy busy week, everybody, as we head towards the end of October already. So make sure you keep a close eye on your charts. Any questions regarding the DXY? No? No? All right. So I appreciate all the responses that came through regarding the bond yields, right? We have posted that question regarding the bond yields in the stock market and what's going on, right? A lot of good answers in the Discord. So I appreciate you guys taking a shot on that, because that's really important. If I can get 5% on a 10-year, right? No, the 10-year bond, 5% guaranteed through a US 10-year note, right? I am going to reallocate some of my money, right, to buying bonds, right? I can get 5%. It's less risky than the stock market. So that's why you see those yields got up 5% or so, and you see that the stock market has been declining, right? Has been moving to the downsides. Everybody follow me on that? Yes, no? Why that's important to track that data? You all were spot on, right? So we're gonna reallocate some of those funds, right, where I can get 5%. I'm taking that, right? I'm taking 5% on my money, right? Especially at less risk. So that's why you have to pay attention to your bond yields. Okay, that's why that's important. Okay, and so we can see we're getting some activity out of that dollar moving up. So, all right. So let's move into taking a look at some of the setups that we've been following. We'll take a look at this Aussie Swissy first. Because we've been moving up pretty good, right? So if let's take a look at this weekly, right? We found support. Okay? The market moves in waves, right? We've come back down to this level. If you look here in the past, look how price pushed below that level, but it didn't close, right? It's a pretty volatile move there. And then we moved back above it. We know we spotted, hey, we've got a potential for a double bottom here at this 5601 level. And right now we're finding some bids. We're finding some buyers there, okay? And we're pushing up. That's just good support and resistance, good price action, okay? That's just recognizing structure, good price action. Stochastics in the buy zone. If we come down to the 4, right? Look at this on both levels. You look at this on the 4, let's break above this daily level here at 5650. That's moving a bit, right? So on the 4-hour, we came down in that zone and we tapped at 118 level and we're moving long. Okay, so that's a longer play, right? So it has the potential to move higher off that 4-hour. But then here, where we had it drawn up on the 1, we're through TP1 already, right? It's gotten through TP1, it's reversed and moved up. And we're probably going to see further moves to the upside on this Aussie Swiss. Any questions on that? Oh, good. All right. So let's take a look at this Aussie yen. All right. So doing the dance, right? So just checking in on it. It's already gone through 2 TP levels, and now it's trying to make its mind up, right? So it moved down and pushed up, so we're ranging. But hey, you're probably already out of that move. Okay. If you shorten it, it's pulled back on you. Okay. But for the 80-20 that we had drawn up, went through 2 TP levels. Any questions on the Aussie yen? No? All right, kind of doing the dance right now, trying to figure itself out. Let's take a look at this Aussie NZD. Reese called out a 80-20 on the 15. There's one potentially setting up on the 4-2. You can see here where this just kept moving. See how that pushed up and moved sideways, and then it continued higher, right? So that original play that was posted in the Discord didn't play out, right? We ran all the way through that stop, just kept running. See how it pushed sideways through that trend line? Okay, pushed sideways, kept going. So now it's made a higher high. It's broken above that 108.43 level. Okay, look at that. Look at this is a sideways move here. Okay. So we never got too solid of a confirmation on that. So it moved sideways and then it broke above. So now we've got a higher high. So we moved that trend line to the outside like that. And that trade is still running. Okay. But it may be running out of gas soon. Here's a potential setup on the 4. Okay. All right. So the next stop for it is these 4-hour levels here. You got 4-hour levels sitting right up there where I've got that potential entry, right? But we can see that Aussie is running, right? So we're going to let it get push into these levels and then wait for additional confirmation. All right. So I marked a potential entry beyond that 80-20 zone because it's got 4-hour resistance sitting there, right? So that's where we may get the reaction. We got weekly levels just up above there, right? So let's see if we eventually get a slowing momentum and then a correction back to the downside on that. Okay. Of course, if you're staying bullish, then you need to wait for a new low price. Okay. So just waiting on price to possibly find some resistance up around that 80-20 zone and then make its move back down. Any questions on this Aussie NZD from the 4-hour perspective? Nope. All right, so I'm gonna plug in here real quick, and we'll drop a 15-minute. And since Reese called that out this morning, so we can take a look at it. Appreciate you doing that. Appreciate all you guys for posting setups and things that you're looking at in the Discord. It helps everybody. It helps everybody. So let me move this to a 15. Reese, you calling this one right here off the 15 at sub fib 80-20. Is that what you're seeing? Yep. Okay. So you're running it off the sub fib. See if we can get this correction down. So this is what he's looking at, right? So you got your capital fib here. That C to D move, not quite to that D extension yet. But what he's thinking is, hey, maybe we get a correction here. Starting to hold up too, right? So smaller move there. Let's see, right? Wait for your confirmations. See if you can get it. All right, to go your way. See if you can get that to start working its way down. Okay. If you don't get your breaks and your confirmations, then you just let it go. All right, great work. Any questions on the Aussie NZD, where it's at right now? All right, so be patient, right? Trading is a major exercise in patience. We can see here from the daily that it's moving up. We're at 99% on our stochastic. And so the question is, hey, does it run out of gas and correct? Does it sell off and move back down to find more buyers before getting back long, right? We got to find more bids. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that's it. I'm gonna leave that chart alone. But that's the Aussie NZD. Want to check in on the Aussie dollar. Following with it, we know that, hey, overall, from a higher time frame perspective, this has been bearish, right? But we know at some point price has to correct. So if we come down to the daily, okay, we can see, hey, it's bouncing around. It's found some support at this B boundary, daily level, 62.86. And we're getting a little bit of bullish momentum there, okay? So if you come down to the 4, right, you can see what it's doing, right? Zoomed in, tapped into that 61.8 zone. But here was the setup, the original setup, TP2, right, for 112. And now, right, we're kind of just bouncing around trying to figure things out. Okay, so that was a great move off this double bottom, okay, that we had set up during one of our prior Saturday rituals. And now, right, it's moving up, it's just playing around in the zone. So it's got some decisions to make, right? We know we've got data coming out for the US, and then we've got GDP data on Thursday. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of your dollar pairs just bounce around a bit until that GDP data comes out on Thursday, because everybody's going to be eyeing that report, right? Any questions on the Aussie dollar?
No.
All right. So let's jump into take a look at the CAD Swissy. We're starting to get some movement. All right. Moving along, struggling a bit. This is what we're looking at from the daily. It tapped back into the bottom of that range, and we've got some bids there, right? We're seeing starting to move up. Let's just come down to the 1 hour to our setup that we're looking at, and we can see that we've gained some momentum out of that 80-20 zone and that daily support at 64.91, and we've broken above that cloud. Okay, stalling a bit, but let's see, right? Can we get that 382? Right, that's the game. Once we're in it, let's see if we can get to that 382. Right. Next stop, though, we get that momentum. Need to break it at trend line, and then we want to get to 65.53. Right, that daily level first. All right. So let's continue to see if that plays out. Any questions on the CAD Swiss?
No.
Ready? Let's take a look at the I want to look at this Euro USD. It's moving pretty good, and then we got a correction off the news today. And so this is where we are. So we're trying to get there. We got a decent correction. We're back below that 106.38. I'm interested to see now some of you moved your stop up. You might be out on that move to the downside back below 106 if you had a stop below that level. But let's see what happens here, right? When the market opens, New York opens, let's see if it continues to press to the downside based off of that data that came out. See how the rest of the market interprets the early morning data that came out of the Eurozone in regards to PMI. But we've got a nice move, right? Finally started getting some momentum, and we got back above that 106.38. Now we're back below it. So let's continue to watch that and see if it plays out, right? Ultimate target is that 107.51 level. Okay, so a lot of data this week affecting the Eurozone and the United States. We'll see how it plays out. All right. So if you're up pretty good, if you took something off the position, that's cool. Some of you play it like that and let the rest of it ride, adjust your stops. However you do it, right? Just manage your trade accordingly. But we finally got some positive momentum to the upside, and now we've got a correction again this morning. Any questions on the Euro USD? Nope. This one has definitely required a lot of patience for sure. All right, but we're talking about the euro dollar. So what else is new? So, let me I want to go down and take a look at our Euro Swissy. Okay. This one is still right. We tapped that 118 zone. We're getting close, right? So this one I didn't catch. I wanted to see that one fall lower. I didn't catch a trend line break or anything, but it reversed, right? We tapped just about into that 118 zone, then it reversed on it. So I'm current. Anybody in on this Euro Swiss? I didn't. It didn't get down to the levels I wanted it to get down to, so didn't play it. But I wanted to make sure we covered it. No, nobody played it. Okay, so totally understood. Didn't quite get as deep as I wanted it to get into that zone. So we're not at a 382 yet. If we fall off and we move back down into the zone, it can give us another opportunity, right? Because we're still shy at that 382. So it may or may not do that at this time. So that's a bummer. I wish it would have pushed down to retest these levels before it moved up, but didn't happen. All right. Any questions on the Euro Swissy?
No.
All right. Pound Swiss. Okay, we were focusing in on those Swissy pairs, looking for reversals. And we got some action. So here is this pound Swiss right off of that 80-20. Okay, so right out of that level, right, we are 135 pips, and right now we're sitting at about 110 pips on that move. So from where maybe we retest this 108.97. If we do, we still have to get to that monthly level, 97 pips, and then another 126 pips to TP1 on the pound Swiss. If we go down to the 1 hour here, that was the previous play, the ABCD move, and then you can see here we got the reversal off the 118. So I'm interested to see if we hold it this 108.97, if we continue to move higher against this Swiss strike. Any questions there? That's a good move so far off this 4 hour play. Nope, I'm good. All right, so I want to make sure that we got through those. Floor is open. Any pairs that you guys want to take a look at, go ahead and post it in the chat. I want to make sure that we take a look at them. All right, Benjamin, USD, MXN, okay. Gold, Euro, NZD, okay. All right, that's what we got so far. So let's start with this. First, we'll take a look at this Euro GBP. And then I'll jump to that Euro NZD since we're in the Euro pairs, and then we'll move from there. Euro CAD. Yeah. Okay. So just tapping into this Euro GBP, right? The Euro got bullish, right? So this ABCD move is still intact. Okay. This ABCD move is still intact. And if we look here on the 1 hour, right? If you're looking to play a C to D, that's looking pretty good right now, right? For a continued move up, right? If I'm trading the 1 hour chart and I say I like trading C to Ds and I'm bullish on the Euro versus this pound, I'm looking for a continued move up. This is one where I play the percentages, right? That's a 61.8 up against 4 hour support. I can put my stop below the A. If you like it tighter, you put it below the C. And then I'm looking to potentially see if I can get that ride up to that 1.618. Okay, this is a slower moving pair, right? So it takes a while. Okay, so if you ran that there, you put your TP here on this Euro GBP. That's a possible C to D setup. I know a lot of us in the group now are really trading, working on 80-20s. That was one right there, right at the edge of that zone that came down. So that one would have worked out for you too. But you've got a possible C to D move there. All right. Stochastic, 1 hour stochastics in the buy zone. See if we can get it on that one. If you'd like to take those setups. All right. Any questions? So that's your Euro GBP. That's been a good one, right? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth ABCD wave. So let's see what happens on that. Euro NZD. Right? So 80-20 in play. Okay. 80-20 in play. Look at the reaction off of that 182.53 level, that daily level. Okay. That one's still in play. All right. We haven't hit that stop yet. If you're using, additional confirmations, trend line breaks, things like that. Okay. You've gotten a reaction and we're there, right? So here, swinging off the lows, right? There. Okay. So we're just now starting to break down. We've taken out support here. Here, took it out. Swing low, took it out. Okay. So it's moving down. Okay. So this one's just, see right here, this candlestick here. Right. Nice bearish candlestick there. Okay. Then you have some indecision and we're slowly trying to move down. All right. So that one's just really getting going. Right. So I've got to stop wide here, but right, totally understand if you put your stop right above that daily resistance level that held and above the high. Okay. And we're moving down from there. Okay. Jeremy, 80-20, what time frame?
For
4 hour. All right. We'll take a look at that. Great work, everybody. Great work. So that's the Euro, that's the Euro NZD. Let's see if we can continue to get a downward push on that. All right, let's see if we can get that to continue to move down. All right, we set these trades up and let them come to us. All right, wait for them to hit the zones that we like to trade. Okay, so that's the Euro NZD. Let's see if we can get that push. Right. See the reaction when the market, when New York opens to that data, right? See if it continues to push down. All right, that's that. So we got the Euro NZD covered. So I'll stick in these euros and then make that move. Be the easiest for us. So let's take a look at this Euro CAD. We had a request for that. Okay. So here we are. Definitely overbought. Look where we're at in the zone. Look how we've worked our way up off this swing. How we got to that 382 level. Isn't that amazing? Now look here on that 1 hour. We're starting to turn over. Okay. Have we gotten to 382? Yes or no?
no.
Oh, we've gotten close, right? We've gotten close. So this has made a really good move to the upside. Okay. So let's put the cloud on this one and see what we're looking like. So we're not there yet, right? Cloud is more conservative, right? Super conservative here. Let me get this level out from that last move. So we're coming down, right? If we get a break of that cloud, then we look to continue lower. Okay, it's more conservative. Your trend line breaks are more aggressive. All right. So we're coming down and get that test, right? 1 hour lower time frames, like if you're trading off the 15-minute, you get a more aggressive trend line break there. Okay. So we've moved down. Right. So now if I'm looking at this setup, okay, I'm thinking, do I get a pullback and a continuation down? Right. I wouldn't short it. I wouldn't short it from there. Okay, wouldn't short it from there. You know, drop down to your lower time frames. See if you can get a decent correction and a pullback, because we know these are bigger, larger moves, and we've got time. Right? We've got time. Here on your 15, look at that. That's been a really nice move. So I don't want to get short from there. Right? Because that move has already started to the downside. That's where it's at now. So right. And then your highest point was there. We could draw another trend line, but that move's already happened. So we won't take it, right? So you could take it towards, we always say when you get that sideways push, right, you move it to the outside of your consolidation. Okay. So it looks something like that on the breakdown. Okay. So that's that. So that's moving down. So we need some type of pullback, okay, to look for a continuation down. So here, to target right around there. We'll take these higher time frame levels. Put it down like that. So we'll see. There. It's a straight shot. Right? Didn't even hit that 382, just moved down. So what we need, of course, that's our C. Wherever that low form is going to be our D. We need a D. The D extension is hit. We need a low, a swing low, right? So say that holds as the swing low, you'll have a new fib, and we need that price action to move back up and give us a high price. Like so. Any questions on the Euro CAD? All right. Be patient. Don't jump in. Don't jump in short. If you get a pullback, say on this 15 or whatever time frame, you're waiting on that pullback to occur. Wait for additional confirmation. So if you get that pullback in the zone, right? Because these right now you're getting a reaction off of fundamental data, right? We have New York, the markets, New York still to open. You've got the CAD, you've got oil, so you got the oil price, you got what's going on with the Canadian economy. So in these times, right, be volatile, just wait. So even when you get that pullback, right, if you got that initial move, caught that initial break to the downside, then you're all good. But just wait. That might not even be the low, right? This is hypothetical. But whenever it settles and creates a low and it creates a new fib, when it pushes up into your zone, even when it gets to your sweet spot, if you're going to look to short it, wait for trend line breaks, right? Let the market give you a sign, because we've got time, right? These are bigger moves. We have time. Okay, so just be patient. That's the Euro CAD, Euro JPY 4 hour. I want to take a look at this. Appreciate you, Jeremy, for calling that one out. Let's see what we got on the 4 for this 80-20 scenario. And we're already getting a push. You see that, right? We're getting all types of reactions off these key levels. So what do we have? So all right. So we're looking at it off this sub-fib, this correction. And move back to the downside. Double top on the daily, you think too? All right, we'll take a look at that as well. Good job of spotting these 80-20s on these sub-fibs, everybody. Great work. All right, so we see our capital fib, right? We've been moving long. Let me pull this one off so we don't have too much traffic. We've been spot on with the long play on this one, on this Euro JPY. But the market moves in waves, right? And they're smaller moves. Okay. And this is what he's talking about. Nice push, 159.79. That level, look at that. And now we're getting a reaction. So can we get back down, right? This 4 hour stochastic is in the sell zone. Can we get a move back down to this 382? That's 121 pips from where it's at now. Now that's a nice bullish, bearish candle. The question is, does it pull back and correct a bit before it continues down, if that's what it wants to do? Okay, 181 to TP2. Let's swing down to the 1 hour. See what we have. So that's reacting right off of B boundary. I could dig it. So now let's see. We go up to this daily. Okay. And he's saying, hey, we've got a double top at that level there. Okay. So this weekly level at 159.79 is testing it again. And it's holding. It's holding. Great job. Great job. Great job. Drop Jeremy some sevens in the chat. Drop Reese some sevens in the chat for spotting that 80-20 on the Aussie NZD on the 15. Great work, everybody. All right. Those are potential pips. Those are potential pips. All right. Aussie NZD. Now we've got this Euro JPY. Spotted a double top. Right. I saw the Aussie NZD on the 4. Hey, but we got my man Reese in the group, day trading, spotted on the 15 and the 30. We're good. We're good. We're all over this thing. Right. So we got a potential double top there. You see, look at that strong bearish candle the last time they pushed down. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Be patient, right? So this is the same type of move. If we go into the 15, can we get a pullback? Right. You can see, look, we've clearly gotten to move down. Beautiful move down. Right. Our trend lines will extend that one, right? So you see on that main trend line how we play and we get in these corrections, right? So yes, we're trending up, but the market gives us opportunities, right? If you know where to spot it, gives us opportunities to play these corrective moves. So this is how they always start, right? And we have to see if that momentum can continue to move that price. Do we get a continued sell off there? Try to get it through the high without going through wicks, right? That's how you get the cleanest move, right? The cleanest move off of trend line breaks. Don't draw through your wicks. Okay. Right. That's part of the candle, right? So we don't want to draw through that. Right? That represents an extreme high or an extreme low. Price was there at some point. So you can see how we move sideways, move it to the outside of your consolidation, you get a breakdown. Okay. And so that's where we are. So we need price. We're going to need price again. Right. Give us some sort of pullback. Right. We would like to see price move up. Okay. Isn't that amazing? And people, you know, throughout the years teaching people like, you look at all the pairs. It's really not hard, everybody, when you realize, first of all, when you frame the market out, right? When you do your due diligence and you mark your charts up, and when you let the trades come to you, because all you're doing is waiting for it to come into your zone. And what you'll start to see is that they all kind of move the same. Like we see our euros, right? Across the board, moving down on the correction. You can take advantage of that. And it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. So that's your Euro JPY. Let's see what happens with it. Let's see what happens. Like I say, we have to be patient when you have fundamental data comes out that gets that market moving right away, right? We have to see what those secondary reactions are going to be, right? Because we know that Euro has been moving bullish and now we're getting this correction, right? So is that just a near-term correction or is there a longer move to the downside, right? So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But a lot of these are setting up in our zones, right? Those 80-20 zones. So let's see if we can take advantage of them. All right. So let's go take a look at the dollar Mexican peso. Had a request for that. See what we've got. This is kind of just been doing the dance, right? It's moving up off the lows, kind of stalling and hesitating right now. But you can see how we've moved up. We've got a higher low. We've got a higher low. So the question becomes, does this start to form a higher low where we are now? Here, right? Stochastic is in the buy zone on the daily. Does this maybe retest this 18 level here, this weekly level, and form a swing low and continue long? Okay, it's still for the most part bullish the dollar, right? bullish the dollar for the most part, especially with bond yields being where they are. And if we come down here to the 4, you see we've already gotten almost a 61.8 pullback. 4 hours stochastics in the buy zone. We're retesting the cloud, right? So I'm looking for that to settle down, right, and continue long. So maybe, you know, I would love to see it retest this 18 level, but we might not. You know, we might continue to get momentum to the upside on that. Like so. So that's where we are. If we come down, this is on the 15th. What do we have going on? See, I'm starting to kind of trying to gain some momentum. It's on the 15. Let's see what we look like. Yep. So that's your 15 there. And clean this up a bit. All right, so that's what we're looking at. Let's move sideways. Man, it would be nice for that level to get tested and hold. That's even a cleaner look now on the 15. That would put us right at a 61.8. Some past levels there, right? But we don't know. We may not. So I will draw this one as well. You can see how we've got that sideways push. If you move your trend line, right, to the outside of that consolidation, you see where it's breaking, right? Let's see if we can get that outer trend line break on that. All right. Questions on the dollar Mexican peso? Nope. All right. Let's take a look at gold. Look in on gold, see what's going on. 80-20. Look at this daily. Well, we can look at it from all levels. This is a good one. Take a look at. All right. 1988 level. Look at that holding. Look at that holding. Okay. All right. Daily stochastic. Overbought. Right. So that momentum slowed to the upside. Okay. Now we're moving down. Now we're moving down. Here's your 4 hour, your 1 hour. 80-20 scenario. Can't make this stuff up. $80-20. We're running fib from the top. Okay. We just came into a D extension. So we're looking forward to get to that 382. Anybody trade that? I started the markup on it, didn't work my way back to it. Joey, yeah. So mad you missed your entry. Yeah, I don't think it was I guess I was busy over the weekend. I didn't work my way back to it, to the setup. That's nice.
It was ranging for sure, and it didn't have thing for me. So, but it definitely moved with the news overnight. I guess they have a lot of news, so it definitely did a lot overnight.
It did, for sure. It picked up momentum, man. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, yeah, man, that's a nice one. Well, hey, it's another one just around the corner. I ain't gonna worry about that one now. So that's goal. Let's see if we can get that 382 to get hit. Maybe move lower. You know. Again, we've got a lot of data coming out for the US as well. Great setup. All right, so that is gold. We got a request for the NAS 100. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ. Wait, what was your entry on that gold play?
1971.
Said 1971.
Yep. 197170.
Nice. Nice work. Right off the break of the lows. Right off the break of the lows. At least somebody caught it. At least somebody caught it. All right, let's show you some love for that one. I don't know what I was doing. I sleep at the wheel on that. A great move to the downside. You and Ryan get some monster entries. I'll tell you that. Great work. Way to catch that swing. You're welcome. So let me ask you this, because you didn't take it up in the zone. Were you waiting for a certain level to be broken, or how'd you play it for your confirmations?
I played it. Basically, I was just waiting to see if price was going to exhaust. So it kind of tricked me when it went ahead and pushed up in the 80-20.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at it, I was going to leave it alone. But then that engulfing had came, and then I waited for price to come back, and I took it.
Yeah.
I set my alarm. So my alarm didn't go back off when it was crossing back up, which made it was a while, so which made me look at it. And price had already, I said, oh, price pushed up in the 80-20 zone, because I was weary of setting a sell limit, but I just wanted to be for sure of the downward movement, and I just took it off the bottom range.
Great work. Great work. That's right off that low that was broken. Let's see how I just manage it, right? Like you always do. See if we can get it to push the TP1, right? Then depending on that data later this week, we might get TP2 on that. So great job. Great job. So let's take a look at this NASDAQ.
Benny, you covered GU already?
I did not, but I can check it out. I did not. I will take a look at it though. Let me write it down. NASDAQ. There we got going. So we're holding within that AB boundary on the NAS. I gotta look and see what earnings are coming out this week. Who's reporting? Because I know it's some pretty big names coming out on the NAS. So I mean on the stock exchange. So see what's going on. So this is the 4. All right. Yeah, some bullish momentum. It's holding within the AB boundary, but the correction has been fierce, right? Again, 80-20, right? Trigger there, and then move down. So here is the 1. That's an 80-20 play to the upside. All right, this is a fresh markup I was working on because I don't even have my levels in on this one. But that tapped at 382. That looks like it has the potential to move higher on that. But this was the move right here off this 80-20. Off this gold and this. I don't know what's going on. Right? So there's your 80-20 swing on that. Let's see if we can get some more momentum to move long. See what happens on that. See what happens when the market opens. See what happens with earnings. And that's that. Right. But that was a good move here based on what we look for. Is holding within our AB boundaries on the daily. Therefore, we're back above that 14,070 level. Stochastic on the daily is moving back into the buy zone. Maybe we get a bit of a continued rally on the NAS. Right? I have to look at some more information on that one. Any questions on that NASDAQ?
I had a buy limit set on that last night at 14,528, but it didn't activate, but it bought.
It didn't activate?
Mm-mm.
Ah. You said 14,528?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It
I didn't catch for you?
It didn't catch at all. And I think that was probably like a 4-hour. Maybe go to the 4-hour. I think I looked at it in the 4-hour.
The 4. Let me link it up.
It shouldn't matter.
No. Oh wow. Man. Well, I'm gonna drop you some sevens anyway, because that's one heck of a trade I did. Everything starts with an idea.
Yeah.
Just said your broker's a hater. I'm dropping it in. Right? Wow. Sometimes it's the thought that counts. That is terrible.
Yes.
Before that's a nice bullish candle. I'm gonna quit talking about it. So I want you to have a good day today.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So wow, nice one. Man. Let's take a look at this pound dollar. Then we'll wrap things up for the day. A lot of good moves. You guys are doing great spot need setups. And that's the whole idea about this group, is for you all to be able to trade on your own, you know, and be true pros. So this is the 4-hour chart here. Right, where you've got that short, it's forming a higher on this 4, which means it's already formed on the 1. So we're moving bearish. This is that 4-hour level at 122. I wonder if it's going to close back below that. So here we are. This is the move here. Drawn. But this is where it didn't play out here, but it played out over here with the price action. So you got the swing, and now we're looking short. So I would it's hard for me to go against that dollar right now, especially with this pound. So we'll see what happens with this one. I want to see it continue to move to the downside on that. So I still want to be short pound dollar, but let's see how it plays out. I'm still liking that move. Yeah. Anybody have any other ideas on that? What are we thinking?
I got in. Well, I had a sell limit at 22741 and activated. Actually, that one activated.
Oh, when it pushed up. When it pushed up, it got you. Yeah.
So I'm in that 20705.
Okay.
So way down to the bottom, just where you have it actually.
Yeah. Right there. 207. Yeah, I'm thinking short. I mean, with the bond yields being where they are, like I said, things could shift a bit, but that GDP data doesn't come out until Thursday. So I'm gonna hold short on it. So I'm on the same page with you there. Yep. So that's it. That's what I've got on the pound dollar.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So great session this morning, everybody. We'll continue to watch new setups develop. continue to look for those setups that we found this morning as a team. And that's what it's all about, as a team, one cohesive unit. I love it. So let's keep up the good work. Anything that's newsworthy throughout the day, make sure we get it posted in the Discord. What do we have here? Let me see. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So everybody, appreciate you all getting up early in the morning and being here with me. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with my awesome partner, Mr. Ryan Carthage. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you.